at 1424 West Maximilian in Tucson, and we're going to take you for a walk through our foreclosure that we just purchased, and we're going to show you everything and how it looks before we get started, and we'll talk with you about how we're going to fix this up and what our plan is to sell it. So come on. We have about a half an acre here. We have a nice large lot. Obviously we need a little bit of landscaping. If you walk around the house, you'll see we've got a little bit of rotted fascia board that we need to have fixed, and then a couple spots in the roof that need paint. Sounds kind of strange, but in Tucson here they paint their roofs white. It reflects the sun because it's so hot here in the desert. Over here we have a 2-car carport, and our plan is to enclose this and install a garage door with automatic opener. We've got our laundry room here. A little bit of a pack rat problem, but no big deal. We can get rid of that. Paint this, spruce it up a bit. Alright, let's go inside. We're going to change out this door to make it have a little bit nicer entry doorway. It's already got new carpet in it. Little tiled areas throughout the house we're going to be changing out so all the tile matches, because that's really important when you're doing a rehab. You don't want to have too many different types of flooring. But we have all new carpet in here. This was a Fannie Mae foreclosure, so it's not uncommon for them to do things like new carpeting, which is kind of a nice perk about this house. We do have some cracking that we're going to fix. It's just some joint cracking. It's pretty standard here in Arizona, so we're just going to seal that up before we paint. Of course, change out this chandelier. That's pretty tacky.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Come on in the kitchen. And again, it's not uncommon to see a new stove in these homes. Now, because of the quality of this home and the price that we're going to be asking, we're going to upgrade this stove. And this is going to be moved over to one of our other properties we're rehabbing right now. So we're going to do stainless appliances in here. We're going to change out these pretty gold knobs. We are going to keep these cabinets. Not what I would choose if I was remodeling the kitchen, but it will work. And we're going to take out these pretty red countertops and we're going to install a nice neutral granite. We're going to put in a new light fixture, something a little more modern. So there'll be a little bit of ceiling patching we'll have to do there. Of course, new stainless refrigerator will go here. And then we're going to install a nice backsplash to make it pop. Along with the granite countertops, knobs, and appliances and the backsplash, we're going to change out this tile. Again, we want it to match, and since we're going to be doing tile in other areas, it won't be too much to add to change the tile here, and we want larger tile. You want a 16-inch tile is usually what you're going for. All right, we have a nice sitting area here. We're going to paint this fireplace, spruce it up a little bit. Throughout the whole house, we're going to need to put baseboards. And here we're going to do new tile. It'll match, again, everything in the rest of the house. We'll come on out to the pool area. We have to put new self-closing doors here because that's code for Arizona when you have a pool. We're going to clean up the pool a little bit, do some landscaping. In this corner of the house, this year the year that this home was built, it was not uncommon to do a combination construction. So we have the slump block along with frame construction. And as you can see, we've had quite a bit of termites in this area. So we're going to tear out all this T111. And we have our termite guy already scheduled. And he's going to come out and he's going to treat. We do have some, looks like subterranean termites. So he's going to treat all of that, get rid of it, and we'll replace all of this siding. And there's a lot of it around the side of the house over here. And just little things like this we're going to have to replace and fix up.
Which, by the way, might add, this is not an outlet. This is a phone jack, because we know how important it is to have phone jacks outside the house in this time and age.
We're going to put new French doors here to match the other side. In this area right here, we're going to strip these tiles and reseal them. This is like a Mexican saltillo tile, which is really common out here in Tucson, and we'll give it a nicer shine, but not a slippery surface because it's outside. And depending on our budget and how well we do, one of the last things we might consider doing is building a pergola, which is kind of an open-air shelter. And considering doing a little bit of landscaping out here, grass is not something that most people want in Tucson. It's just too dry and hot. But if our budget permits, we're going to put a nice little grass patch here and have a sprinkler system. Because our end buyer, which you want to determine who your end buyer is going to be before you even buy the property, we determine will likely be a family, a young family with children, and probably an FHA buyer. So we need to make sure everything is FHA compliant and have a nice area for the kids. So that was our plan here. And this house has some funny little quirks about it. there's outdoor plumbing inside the house. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a hole here, and we're going to cap this off within the wall, so you won't see that anymore. They started doing some sort of a pink paint here. We're going to redo all the paint throughout the house. When you're doing a higher end home, I recommend doing sort of a designer paint job. We're going to do a nice tan on the walls with a bright white trim to make it pop. We do have some sort of a leak right here. These types of things are what scare off regular retail buyers. We know it's not a big deal. We're going to remove this light altogether because it does not make sense because it hits. So you want to look out for things like that. Again, things that are unappealing to a retail buyer, but for rehab people, we don't mind. We'll just fix it.
And which, that's probably why the dome is gone.
It's probably broken. You want to pay attention to the small details that don't cost a lot of money that are going to get you more bang for your buck. And then in here, first bathroom, we do have a water leak. It's active. So we're going to go ahead and shut the water main off. We've asked the listing agent to do this, but for some reason she hasn't, which I think we figured out today. I'm going to show you in a minute why she probably hasn't. But we're going to take out everything in this bathroom except for the toilet and the tub. When your tub looks like this, you can clean it up. This is a metal tub, so we'll be able to fix that. We're going to re-tile here, put new fixtures. We're going to do...
Just a second.
Oh, we do this. Our water leak has now run down here, and the previous homeowners thought duct tape was a proper fix. Obviously, it's not. We're going to fix that. A couple holes in the wall that need patched. We'll put in a nice granite top component we can buy right at Home Depot. Comes with the vanity and the top, and the sink is already mounted underneath. So it's simple, it's easy, it looks really nice, and it's not too expensive. We'll buy a new faucet as well, mirrors and lights. This looks like newer tile, but it's just not very pretty. So we're going to go ahead and put the carpeting that's throughout the house. Okay, now here's the master. This room was a little weird when we first came to look, but we figured out exactly how we're going to make this house work. This is probably another thing that turned a lot of buyers off. This house was listed for $200,000, and we got it at the auction for $120,000 plus the 5% premium. This room is going to likely be used as a sitting room. And we're going to stage this home so people can understand the concept, because sometimes people cannot visualize. And as long as you can visualize, rehabbing houses is not really that hard. You want to spend your money in the kitchen and baths, and we already showed you what we're doing in the kitchen. We're going to take this vanity out and take this to our other rehab, which is a lower end, which warrants Formica and these types of cabinets. So if you were able to reuse some of the things you're replacing, of course do that. It'll save you some money. We're going to expand this bathroom. All that tile is going to come out, so we don't care if it looks like that anyhow. You could clean that up if you didn't want to replace it. It's not in that bad a condition, but we're going to replace everything in here because of the neighborhood and the comps and the price we want to ask. We're going to do some upgrades in the areas where we're going to get, again, the most bang for our buck. So we're going to bring this wall out to here. There's a little wall here. We're going to bring our bathroom wall all the way out to here and kind of box it in. And we're going to move everything this way. The shower, the toilet, and put a double vanity in. And then it'll just be the same configuration, just a little bit more room in there, and have a double sink, because most people want a double vanity in their master. We opened up this wall a little bit here on the other side, and I don't like the archway. To me, it just screams this was an outdoor room at some time. So we've determined that the block wall ends right here. I don't recommend that you mess with block walls, load-bearing walls. So we're just going to tear it back to here, and then we're just going to frame it out and finish the drywall. It'll open this up, so we have our sitting room with the bathroom and a small closet, and this will be our master. This is where I'm just going to tell you some of the strange things that were done. I'm not sure why they have a sink here, but we did find out that the shutoff to our water main is inside the house, which is not common. Thankfully, we have a great plumber. He's going to run the plumbing underneath the house so it's not within the bedroom, because that's obviously not something you want. That way the water main valve shutoff will be outside the house. This whole cabinet's going to go. And like I mentioned in the bedroom with the tile, that one is going to need to be carpeted. When we tear out this wall and this, we're going to be missing carpet because everything was carpeted around this. So we're going to take the carpet from this room and we're going to carpet that other bedroom. This is the walk-in closet. It's sufficient for a home in this price range. So we're not going to do too much here other than paint. And this wall is one of our larger projects, second to the bathroom. As you can see, the window has been leaking, and then we had some water intrusion somewhere along the line down here. This wall is frame, wood frame construction with the T111 on the outside. So we're going to go ahead and tear most of this out and replace it. You can see this lip here. All we're going to do, we're going to take out all of the light fixtures, or the light switches and electrical outlets, and we'll move them out a little bit. And we're going to drywall all of this. We'll put in a new window here, and we'll fix the T111 on the outside. So it'll look more continuous, so it won't look like a different type of construction. You don't really want it to look different within the same room. Fortunately, in Tucson, you don't have to do too much landscaping. A lot of rock and cactus, which are easy to keep alive. They don't need a lot of water. The river rock has been buried from all the rain, so we're just going to dig that up. And it's all buried within here, and then you just hose it off, and this can be all nice and continuous river rock. We thought about losing the cholla cactus, but not something I want to mess with. A few cracks in the decking here, which we can have sealed and fixed. Fortunately, we know somebody who can do that. Diving board's going to go right away. Don't know many homeowners insurance companies that'll insure you with a diving board. We have nice neighbors, nice big lots. The homes are not too close together. And you want your house to be similar to other homes in the neighborhood. You don't want it to be over improved. And these homes are all very similar in lot size and also the home size itself. Most of them have pools, so we bought a consistent product in a consistent neighborhood. We found comps for homes selling on the busy roads, which always sell for less, for about what we were, about $200,000. We're going to sell this one for probably $225,000 to $235,000. So we bought it for $120,000. We're going to put in about $30,000 worth of work. When it's all said and done, closing costs, holding costs, we stand to make a sizable profit. So we're looking forward to this project, and we'll see you at the next one.